get into it. When I mean it, I mean today's topic. And we'll be looking into something very powerful today. And we'll be talking about building an unbreakable mindset and tips that could help us in building an unbreakable mindset. Now, we've all heard about the importance of resilience. We've all heard the importance of grit. We've all heard the importance of mental strength. But what does it actually mean to have a mindset that is truly unbreakable? It's like in a world where challenges come at us from every angle, and whether it's work, whether that's the work you're doing, whether it's a relationship, whether it's our relationship goals or our personal goals, having a mindset that can withstand these storms is very, very crucial. Okay, so let's try and explore how we can cultivate this mental armor. That's what I'll call it, mental armor, step by step. All right. So let's start with a story. Not really a story, but something relatable that might feel a little familiar. Okay. Okay. Let's start with this. Imagine you're having one of those weeks where everything just seems to go wrong. You're behind on deadlines. Your personal life feels like it's falling apart, and it's like every little thing is just piling up. And you start to wonder, why can't I catch a break? Has it ever happened? It's something relatable, right? And now let's see that you have a friend who is going through something similar that you're going through, and maybe even worse, but they're handling it like a pro. And you feel that, and you feel like your world is upside down. And his or her world is also upside down, but he or they are handling it as a pro. They seem to have this calm, steady vibe, and you ask yourself, how are they doing it? Right? Okay, let's see. That person probably built an unbreakable mindset over time without even knowing it. Yes, it's possible. You could do that. They've gone through their fair share of hardship, and instead of getting bogged down, they figured out ways to adapt and stay focused and keep moving forward. And here's the thing: anyone can develop this kind of mindset without even knowing or even applying some tips that I'm going to tell you later, that develop this kind of mindset even when life throws its worst at you. Building an unbreakable mindset, the truth is, an unbreakable mindset isn't something people are born with. It's a skill you can build. It starts with shifting our mindset from seeing obstacles as permanent to seeing them as opportunities for growth. Here's a practical way to look at it. Next time something tough comes your way, try asking yourself, what can I learn from this? It's a very simple question that you have to throw yourself. You throw yourself that question, what can I learn from this? But this simple question moves your mind from feeling defeated to feeling curious on which way that is more empowering. Another huge part of unbreakable mindset is learning to let go of things that are beyond our control. if you can let go of things that are beyond your control, you can have this mindset. Worrying about the what ifs and should have been only, that's the future and the past. That's what I'm talking about. Should have been only, it, it, it drains us. It's like we're carrying a load on our backs. It drains our energy. We have to focus on, it's right for us to focus on what is within your control, what is present, being mindful. That was my last topic. Being mindful. What is within your control, like your reactions, your actions, your own self-talk. When you talk to yourself, like the question you ask yourself, and maybe you'll be putting it bit by bit, analyze the problem. Okay? Analyze the problem and seek little solutions that will solve that big problem. When you analyze the problem bit by bit, you are focusing on it. Where you can reframe how you talk to yourself, it changes everything. Instead of, I will never be able to handle this, instead you can just try to say, I've handled tough things before, I can handle this too. Okay? Let's see how it's going to help us strengthen your inner foundation, so that no matter what life throws at you, you're ready to handle it with resilience. You're ready to handle it with clarity. Okay? All right. Let's get into the tips. Here are some down to earth ways to, very, very down to earth. Okay? Here are some down to earth ways that will help you build that inner strength, that inner focus, that mindset that you're looking for. The first one is start small. One of the easiest ways to build an unbreakable mindset is by stacking up small wins every day. Appreciate every little win that you have. Did you make it through a challenging workout? Yeah, pat yourself at the back. Then you check it out. Check. That's it. You got through that dreaded work meeting. Check it. To pat yourself at the back. Each little win is like adding a brick to your inner foundation. Over time, these small wins remind you that you can handle things one step at a time. So celebrate those little moments. They are building blocks of resilience. They're building blocks of bricks. Did I just say bricks? They are building blocks of bricks. They are building blocks of resilience. They are building that mental strength. Okay. Then the next one is, we all face setbacks, right? So this is all about reframing your setbacks. And let's be honest, they can feel like heavy weights dragging us down, like the load that you cannot remove from your back. But when you could see those setbacks, when you see them differently, instead of what did or why did this happen to me, try asking, what can I learn from this? Or how can I grow through this? Those are the questions you're supposed to be asking yourself, instead of asking, why did this happen to me? It sounds simple, but this tiny shift can help us move from feeling defeated to feeling curious and empowered. It brings up that mental strength back up. Like, you might be feeling down, but this is real. It reminds you that every setback is just a setup for a comeback. Wow. Did I just say that? Yes, that's what it reminds us. It reminds us that every setback It's just a setup for comeback. Okay? That's how we reframe our setbacks for a setup. So the third one is, I'm trying to gather my thoughts. The third one is when things get tough. Okay? A lot of us put on ourselves with this harsh self-criticism, like we are somehow supposed to be superhuman. So, my lovelies, be kind to yourself, especially when times are hard. When times are hard, it can actually make you stronger when you're kind to yourself. Think of self-compassion as giving yourself a little breather, a space to say, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I'm doing the best I can. When you're kind to yourself, the kindness helps you bounce back faster and reminds you that the struggle is part of the journey. And it shouldn't be a reflection of your worth. It shouldn't be the reflection of your worth. You should have that mindset saying that it's just part of this journey, that I can do this. I can do it, but have a little compassion of yourself, with yourself, saying that I'm doing the best I can and it's okay. You can pat yourself on your chest. Okay? Just pat yourself a little on your chest. I can do my best. It's okay. Just give yourself that space. Just give yourself that little breather. Because the struggle that you're facing, any problem you're facing, is not a reflection of your worth. It's just a struggle. It's part of the journey. So please, be kind to yourself. And the fourth one is, let's be real. Let's be real. This fourth one, let's be real. A lot of things are out of control. Yes. My lovelies, we can't control how others act. Sometimes we don't. What life throws at us, we can't control it. Even the weather, we can't control the weather. Even on an important day, we can't do that. But what we can control is our response, how we respond. Putting your energy into things you can control, like your actions, like your attitude, and how you talk to yourself, gives you a sense of power, gives you a sense of focus, even in chaotic times. It's like holding onto the steering wheel in a storm. I think that's the best. That's how best I can describe this. When you are holding a steering wheel in a storm, you can't stop the rain. You can't stop the weather, no matter how the weather is. But what you can do is keep steering in the right direction. Right? Keep steering in the right direction. You can't control the rain. You can't say, oh, rain, stop. We are not superhumans. But what we can control is the energy we put out there, our actions, our attitude. That is what we can control. Our response. That is what we can control. That is how we can focus what's within. We can focus on what is within us. That is your control. Okay? The fifth one is, mindset isn't just about what happens in our heads. Okay? My lovelies, it's the is the influence by the people around us too. It's not just what happens in our heads. Let's try to spend time with people who lift us up, who inspire us. That is how you can build. That is how you can build that unbreakable mindset. Stay with people who can inspire you. Stay with people with this contagious positive vibe. And over time, they will help you build a stronger mindset too. If you don't have those people around you, look to books, podcasts like mine, or online communities that encourage and uplift you. That is why it is always necessary to take a step back. To take a step back. Okay? Before we dive any further, okay, if you're enjoying this conversation and finding some nuggets of wisdom here, it would mean so much if you could hit the subscribe button and give this episode a thumbs up. All right? Plus, it makes you want to miss any of the further or future episodes we have coming up. All right? Okay, let's get back. Now, the next one, we just finished talking about positive vibes, surrounding yourself with positive influences, like people, like books, like podcasts, like online communities that will encourage and uplift you, that can build an unbreakable mindset. Now, the next one is growth. Growth rarely happens in our comfort zones. You know that, right? Building an unbreakable mindset sometimes means doing the things that make you a little, even if it's just a pinch, a little uncomfortable. This could be as simple as trying something new, facing a fear, or pushing a bit harder in areas you have been avoiding. Okay? Like every time you step out of your comfort zone, you're sending yourself a message in your mindset, in your mind. You're sending yourself a message that you're capable. You're capable of more than you thought. That's a very, very big part of resilience. That's a very, very big part to your mental strength. Proving to yourself that you can handle the tough times, the tough stuff. Everything tough. That you're tough it. Right? You are. You know you are. And you know you can do it. You know you can do this. So now this is the seventh one. This is the seventh tip. All these tips are very, very easy. They are very down to earth. They are very simple. But this next one sounds cliche. But, well, I'll be talking about gratitude. It's cliche, but gratitude is one of the most powerful tools for mental resilience. When things get rough, all right, taking a moment to focus on even the smallest good thing, like a supportive friend, you have to be grateful and show gratitude to that. Like a warm cup of coffee when you wake up in the morning, like the beautiful sunset. Yes, it sounds cliche, but it works. This can give you fresh perspective, fresh perception. It reminds you that there's still good in the world. And it makes you aware that you're not alone. And that this awareness alone can help you push through the hard times. Okay? Just imagine the cold beer that you're drinking. Ah, for the warm cup of coffee, or that supportive friend that you always want to talk to, that gives you, that is very, very supportive, that inspires you. Show gratitude, even in hard times. Practice it. It's not a day thing. It's not one day thing. It just develops as it goes. It's practice. As I tell my children, practice makes perfect. It's cliche, but that's the truth. And now, finally, this is the final tip. Let go of, we have to let go of the idea that how am I going to put this? You have to let go of the idea that you have it all together. There are some people that have this ego that, oh, I have it all together already. I already have an unbreakable mindset. I'm not saying you don't, but sometimes you might think you do. You might think that everything that you have everything all together, but then you don't need it. Strength isn't about never struggling. It's about staying in the fight and showing up. Even when it's hard, if you're making progress, however small, you're building resilience. Every step forward is a win. Pat yourself at the back. So give yourself credit for the journey. Just even if it's once a week, just give yourself that credit. Yes, I did well this. You can start with a week, but you can start with a week. Then maybe monthly, weekly, daily. Maybe that's how it should go. So give yourself that credit for this journey. Not just the destination, but for the journey. Building an unbreakable mindset is a process, not a one-time fix. It doesn't happen just one day. Some days will be harder than the others, but that's okay. That's okay. What matters is that you keep showing up for yourself, stacking up those small wins, okay? And believing in your own inner strength. You're stronger than you think. You are. And you're already on the path to building something truly unbreakable. Okay, my lovelies. So these are the tips for building an unbreakable mindset. I would love to hear your thoughts, okay? Maybe your stories too. What has been the biggest mental challenge you faced, or maybe how you handled it? Any challenge you have faced? Maybe you're in the process of building your own unbreakable mindset, and the help that you have had so far. Okay, share your journey with us, okay? Because sometimes hearing how others have managed their struggles can give us the boost we need. It can. If you have any tips or personal tricks that have worked for you, drop them in the comments, okay? Let's keep this conversation going because we are all in this together. The more we share, the stronger we all become. All right. So if there is one takeaway from this episode, I would say it is an unbreakable mindset. It's all about it's all about building strength from within. Okay? Life goes on. Life goes on. And life keeps throwing those curveballs. But with the right tools and the commitment to growing we can all develop a mindset that doesn't crumble. Remember, it's not about being perfect. It's never about being perfect. It's not about feeling down. It's always finding a way to get back up. All right, my lovelies, please stay strong, stay positive, and keep building the unbreakable mindset. Until next time, my lovelies, stay calm. Bye.